Hello everyone. So we have discussed the various parts related to the research. We have gone through the four steps of the research development process. We have done the part of research problem formulation, setting out the hypothesis, then finding out your hypothesis, searching out your research method. Then we have carried out the part related to the sampling, how to select the set of the samples for your testing and experimentation. And now we started with the part of observation, data collection. We have even discussed the part that is related to the data collection. There are two methods. One is primary data collection method and second is called a secondary data collection method. Primary means the involvement of individual and the collection of the data which is not being done earlier. And secondary data collection means referring the data of the work done by others. So now further we will discuss today the various methods of conducting the observations, how to carry out your observation and how to take out the data out of it. Okay, so we will start the part of observation and its method. Now the learning objectives for this particular session is to understand the concept of observation, to understand the characteristics of observation, to learn the process of observation, to know the various steps of observation, and to understand essentials of observation. So we have already discussed this particular part of data collection, in which we said that we need to collect the data, and when you try to collect the data, it is necessary that you should have a good observation. Observation of what? The observation related to the various things. So first we will define observation. Observation is what? It is the systematic viewing of specific phenomenon in its proper setting for specific purpose of gathering data for particular study. So to gather the data, you are in need to observe. Now what to observe? It is a great question. The answer is very simple. Your observation should be related to the scope of your work. It depends on the objective of your research work, that what you want to observe. Suppose, for example, the traffic study may be for accident, or you can do your study for origin and destination, or you can carry a volumetric study. So depending upon your purpose, you will concentrate on the observation. What are the characteristics of observation? It is a dual task. It requires the physical as well as mental process. When you carry out your observation, you are in need to carry out the physical work as well as the mental process. That means the perception time and reaction time. Research oriented selective nature. Observation should be oriented on the research work. It is a purposive investigation. You carry out the observation because of some purpose. It should be exact and based on accurate tool. Now we will do ahead the part that is related to the step-by-step procedure for conducting the observation. So the work is related to choose relevant method. Then the second is to identify the observation purpose, why you want to do the observation. Third, select the contents of observation, what you want to observe. Variables and relations to be established. After the observation you are making, you should be able enough at that time of observation on what variables you are trying to concentrate and how you want to create the relationship with other variables. Time, when you will be doing your observation. Procedure, how you will be conducting your observation, which tools you will be utilizing to do it. The observer should be efficient and wise enough. I will explain some of the examples that are related to the observation with the change in your research work. We will consider one by one. First, we will consider the social study. If the research is related to the social behavior, if it is related to taking the interview of individual, then the question should be why you want to take the interview, what you want to ask from that person, what are the things that you want to read from it, what conclusion you want to try, you want to take out, you want to read, when you will conduct your interview, how you will conduct your interview, what you will take with yourself, recording cameras, photographers, some other equipments, audio recorder, and finally the observer should be efficient and wise. Because it is completely related to the power of observation as well as the perception of individual, it is necessary that the observer who is observing the thing should be very wise. He should differentiate the scope of work, what is coming inside it and what is not, where to concentrate and not. So these are the steps of observation. Then we will move ahead. What are the various types of observation? So some of the types of observations are highlighted over here. Participant observation, non-participant observation, direct observation, indirect observation, controlled observation, uncontrolled observation. One by one we will discuss all this part of observation. First is participant observation. Observer is both observer as well as participant for the particular study. The observer can understand the emotional reaction being part of it. When you yourself become part of study, when you are subjected to some conditions, maybe you want to study about the working behavior of some organization, and you want to do your research work on the working strategy of the organization, and now you started working over there in that same organization and you are carrying on your research work. So definitely there will be the difference when you are the participant of that organization and when you were only observer of the organization. Observer will be able to record all statement while in process. The process of recording is interfere with participation. So this is one of the lacuna, that while doing your work it becomes hard sometimes to even observe and to process what you have already observed. Recording while performing it is a hard task and create diversion while recording. Whatever you have seen, whatever you have observed, when you try to record it either in the form of a paper, either chalking it out, writing it up or recording it up, it becomes hard because you yourself are busy involved in some of the tasks. So we have discussed one of these. Now second is non-participant observation. So non-participant observation means that you will be doing observation but you are not part of that set of experiment over which observation is being done. So direct observation and indirect observation now. Direct observation means observer is personally present when the event takes place. The method is flexible and allow observer what and when to record. Just because all parallel events cannot be observed at a single time, some aspects may miss. In the method is dependent on the perception ability of observer. So while something you want to study, you are personally present over there to observe. So this is called as direct observation. Sometimes it is not possible for the observer to stand over there. So when the observations are taking place, at such situation it is called as indirect observation. Someone want to study the flow of the traffic in the city to regulate it, and with the help of the cameras installed at the particular squares at the intersections, if the study is being done, then individually the observer is not standing over there full time, but the one who will be seeing all this recording will be on some particular other task, and at the end may check all such squares or the intersections reading. So it is an indirect method of observation. Observer is not personally present. The method is less flexible as record everything that is happening. It is reproducible and thus it is very helpful. The method is dependent on accuracy of the tool and the tool selection. Control observation and uncontrolled observation. Observer, now we will discuss about the control observation. Observer has almost control on extrinsic and intrinsic variables. It can be conducted anywhere in the laboratory or in the field. Everything needs to be defined very clear about when, what and how to record. If you want to do the observation, maybe suppose some chemical reaction, To maintain the chemical reaction, you are in need to maintain the temperature of the room, humidity of the room, as well as the darkness of the room. So in this particular condition, you need to take the observation with the control conditions. You need to maintain that conditions while performing your experiment. The experiments, not necessarily it should be in the control condition, means in the room only. It can be at the side, but again with the control condition. So we can do it in uncontrolled conditions also. Observer is not having full control over observation. It normally happens when the observer is part of process. So there are various examples that can justify the uncontrolled observation also. If you want to study again we will take a same example of the road accidents, and if you want to do the study to know the accident increases with the increase in two-wheeler or four-wheeler, and this is your part of research, and then you concentrate on it. So while doing the study on the road, recording the observations, you cannot stop the two-wheeler if four-wheeler is your point of interest, or either you cannot stop other vehicles while doing the study for two-wheeler only. So these are the uncontrolled conditions. Everything happens as it is going on, and the observer needs to concentrate on the part. However, there will be the percentage error that is called as experimental error because of the some factors which are being present, which are creating the influence, but which are not the part of study. So what are the essential things for observation? It should be done at a proper time and appropriate method. If you want to check the demand and the supply of water for a particular city, so the peak time for the water utilization should be considered for the study. Like when it is the morning time or evening time, the utilization of water will be more. At the noon time, the utilization may decrease because many of the people move for the work and job or maybe for business. So the recording should be done at the proper time, observation should be done at the proper time, peak time. Tools and equipment should be calibrated. It means that whatever you want to use, it should be calibrated, it should give the correct reading, it should be if someone want to verify that your records and your observations are correct, then it should be justified with the calibration. Results should be free from errors and comparable with different methods. If you want to check the strength of the building and you have taken the readings by using one of the equipment, existing building, and you have taken the records from one of the equipments, now one can question that how to rely on this equipment only purely. So whatever the result which is coming, maybe for the strength of a structure, it should be justified with any other method also. Observation must be under natural happening position, because majority of the time we do the research for the things which are happening under natural conditions. So observation should also be under the natural conditions also, not in the idealistic conditions. Whole event as a part of observation and no incomplete recording should be done. It is very important that while you do the observation, you should consider each and every aspect right from starting to the end, and not a small portion of it should be taken for study. Unbiased and free from individual's personal interest. What you want to focus, you should not be doing the observation with the prejudiced mind. Your observation should be free set of mind, and it should not be on the urge of completion, but it should be on recording the facts. So that is called as unbiased and free from individual's personal interest. So we will stop over here. Over here we have discussed about the observation, what are the various steps of observation, how we should record, what are the essential things that we should concentrate, and how can we become a good observer for data recording. So we will stop over here. Thank you.